the common conception, the popular notion about nunchakus is that these are weapons that you kind of, do all that sort of stuff, okay? Now, you have to understand that you cannot predict combat, all right? When I'm talking about a self-defense scenario, you cannot predict who is going to attack you, how many people are going to attack you, and where, most importantly, where are they going to attack you. So that makes you understand and realize that the concept of timing and spacing is so vital in a fight. Now, what they show in the movies and what you see on most YouTube tutorials is, people teaching you how to perform all these, rolls and spins and blah 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 blah, all of that. Okay. And the problem here is that this is going to work fine if you have the so-called intermediate or boxing or even kicking range. Imagine that you are the one holding the camera and I move away from you. So at this range, this works just fine. But if I were close up to you, in your face, screaming at you with my adrenaline pumping in, all right, these tricks are not going to work because you don't have the space to do that. Does the nunchaku become redundant at short distances? Well, that is going to be the topic of this video. So contrary to what most people believe, that this is a primarily swinging weapon, when it was initially designed, the main purpose of this weapon was to stab and also to lock up joints, okay? And that is an aspect that most practitioners do not practice. So today I'm going to show you how to use a pair of nunchaku at very short range. Okay, now suppose you're very close to your opponent, you don't have the time to maneuver this weapon in a swinging motion. What you can do is you can use the sticks to kind of jab into your opponent, okay? Stabbing him in vital areas, all right? If you can get a close-up here, these are metal tips. They're not sharp, but they hurt. Man, they hurt. So we're going to follow a drill here. It's very simple. We're going to look at the 5 different angles of attack that you can incorporate when you're practicing the nunchakus as stabbing weapons. So here are the angles. 2 verticals, 2 horizontals, and a stab. So this is vertical number 1, vertical number 2, horizontal, horizontal, and stab. Okay, so let's do it one more time. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When you're doing the 5, just take a small step forward so that you get that extra reach to your opponent. You have more than one option with this weapon. So we have seen how we can use this as a conventional swinging weapon. You can use it to stab somebody, but you can also use this as a high impact weapon like a kubotan, okay, to smash somebody's skulls in. Right. So if you want to practice this as a high impact weapon instead of stabbing somebody up front, you can hold it in the reverse grip. So this is the grip that we use to practice the weapon like a knife, a stabbing or slashing weapon. But if you reverse a grip like this, it becomes an impact weapon. So the drill remains the same. 2 verticals, 2 horizontals, and a underhand strike to the solar plexus. Here's the drill. Come in, 1, 2, turn your wrist, 3 to the rib cage here, 3, 4, and 5, like an elbow strike. Okay. So once again, downwards, downwards, sideways, sideways, like the elbow strike. All right. All right. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I'll teach you more tricks and more techniques that you can use in actual combat in the next video. Until then, sayonara.